next thing on here is I've got ordinance, 436, that's repealing the landlord ordinance. And 417, repealing an amended ordinance. I gave y'all copies of all that. We looked at that. On your, ordinance 433, did I give y'all a copy of this? This is the privilege license, okay?
Yes.
If you look over there, you have landlord already on there, $25.
Hold on, look at that. Where's it at? What? See down
That's
there?
433.
Where's landlord at?
Now flip over, it's an A.
Oh, it's alphabetical, okay, that's what I was asking.
Is that the updated privilege license number? Because we changed that.
This is June the 12th, 2012. It's the last one.
I thought we raised that.
If you look in there, it says it says landlord, each 12 on number 94.
Oh, each dwelling, yeah, that's.
Yeah, each dwell, yeah.
Yeah.
$25. All right. If you, Rob and I sat down and reviewed this really good when we were trying to figure out how we was gonna do the film, because we'd started on it. But then we realized, if you do this and you do the landlord, you're double billing, that's against the law.
It's like double jeopardy.
All right, if you read this landlord ordinance, there's no way that we as a city, in our present condition, unless we was in perfect shape, to follow through with everything that's required on this. That's the reason I gave it to y'all to look at and refresh your memory for what it was.
We had a lot of questions about that whenever it was brought up.
Did y'all have enough chance to review it?
I did.
And,
I make a motion to repeal that ordinance.
we've got an ordinance here for that, so we need to, somebody needs to read that and find it. Would that be ordinance 436, does somebody want to sponsor it?
David, you
Or does
take it?
anybody else have any questions
Or,
about
I mean,
it?
it doesn't matter.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Ordinance number 436, where it is the intent of the City of Cumberland Council to adopt an ordinance repealing the City of Cumberland, Kentucky ordinance number 417 and amending ordinance number 431. Now therefore it be ordained by the City Council of Cumberland, Kentucky to repeal as follows. Ordinance number 417 establishing the landlord rental ordinance dated first reading February 8th, 2011, dated second reading February 15th, 2011. Ordinance number 431 amending page 6 paragraph E dated first reading December 8th, 2011, dated second reading December 13th, 2011. The landlord shall ensure that tenants upon vacating a dwelling unit have paid all services charges due to the city. The landlord will be responsible for all due and unpaid charges that the tenant may be liable for. Ordinance number 417 enacted on February 23rd, 2011 and relating to the landlord rental is hereby repealed in its entirety. Ordinance to amend number 431 enacted on December 13th, 2011 and relating to amending page 6 paragraph E is hereby repealed in its entirety. This ordinance was introduced and given a first reading on October the 8th, 2013.
Make a motion to repeal that.
Well, we'd have to have separated anyway. We did that this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just had to read it, so.
I'm not in.
I just wondered if everybody,
So
read
that-
it before we
Let's
even
get
bothered
rid of
reading.
this altogether and getting rid of this.
When we have a
altogether. Is that
second
what you're
reading,
saying?
have it,
When we
and
do
have
this.
it-
We haven't been able to do it anyway.
No,
There's so comfortable in it.
we said and we read that and there's no way that we can follow through with this. Plus, we were doing double jeopardy there, we were going to bill them 2 times.
Wayne, he's so disappointed now, we're gonna have to enforce all that.
He's gonna be too busy on the road.
All right.
Drug testing.
Ordinance 437. That is more or less just something for y'all to look at. The figures that I gave you all, I said put them in 3 columns. That is the rates for the other 2 cities, the last one is ours. That's your water, your sewer, and your service charge. The rates I'll give you on your main, you on in 3 columns.
And 1 and 2 are adjoining cities with us.
1 and 2 are the other 2 cities. I'm not gonna name which one bills what.
Since they're a lot smaller population.
Yeah. But then the third column is ours.
Okay.
So it's up to you all, I mean, I gave you copies of all the, water ordinances, I think before and everything, and it's whatever y'all wanna do, but we're having some problems, but we're gonna have to come up with something to try to help out financially, because we've got water pumps that, it comes down to sewer plant that's gotta be replaced, and I haven't had one of them replaced now, then he's gonna do one at a time until he gets them going. But just the motor for it's $800, just motor for pumps.
Do we have a bond that's gonna be paid off?
We got a bond gonna be paid off, but it's gonna be paid off this December, right? This December, but we can't borrow it until next December, because we have to go a year debt
So
free.
we're at this bottom line, which is those three you gave us.
The last three I gave you,
And these are the other two
that's the other
comparables.
two cities,
We're not even close. to what we
$15
should be.
difference.
As per what we got on that.
Well, I agree with you, that's one reason why, but we're losing 15 million gallons of water.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you look at how we,
I mean,
wait a minute,
we do need to raise the rate, I mean, the surcharge, but we've gotta find these leaks as well, because it's
well,
gonna,
they have been finding.
we'll be putting a Band-Aid on
So
the
you got, when you look at
situation.
that, you gotta look at this big water leak that went on up there till we found it the next day that drowned the river, drowned the road up there. See what I'm saying? You lost a lot of water there.
Yeah.
But now, if you look at, in August, you actually produced less water in August, but you sold more. See what I'm saying? Actually,
Vice versa.
well, it says sold per month, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Production 15. That's less production than what this one up here was, and you had more you sold down here. See, look at that.
So are they checking, do we have somebody coming in and checking sections of the city? Is that, or can we have that done? Do we have the money to have that done right now?
What do you mean, chicken?
Uh,
Are you talking about checking for water leaks?
Water leaks like they do the geist or something they put in there that makes, to show up the
There's
leaks.
companies that can test and
Well,
listen for it.
Really, no, we haven't. Right now, we're trying to work on the sewer. Basically, what they're doing is replacing something whenever it breaks right now. Now, they have a leak detector, but Chris and I were talking, it's obsolete, he's gonna see if he can't get, there's some kind of a grant that he's talking about, he said he'd really get with us one of those, maybe a
How
camera.
much does something like that cost?
Depends on what, it's like anything, depends on what kind you
Yeah.
what it
That would
is.
be a very good investment for the city as a leak detector.
Yeah.
He sure, and to get a pretty good one that would be effective, and I do understand that we do have to raise the water, but my stipulation be we have to do this, that money is gonna focus on fixing the leaks,
Well,
stopping these.
leaks and sewer,
the
your
sewer,
sewer is your biggie right now, your sewer is in terrible shape.
and put it toward all that.
Your sewer has got a problem down there, it's been going on 27 years.
Yeah, that was that big thick thing that you gave us
Yeah.
last time, wasn't it?
And, I gotta fix it now, we gotta fix it now.
So what is your suggestion?
I don't know, I'm leaving it up to you all. I did this ordinance in case you wanted to do, just like a service charge increase.
So,
Alright, if you have a water bond, once you set your water rates, if you owe a water bond, you cannot reduce your water rates if you want to.
But we can't
You have to
search.
leave it, but you can, the surcharge. Surcharge is just something you're gonna use to work on your plans.
Repair.
Yeah, but however, if you didn't know a water bond, then you know you could reduce your rates. But we owe water bonds and will from now on.
The one you gave us, it was an ordinance on, sewer.
Yeah, I just did that when and I thought, well, you know, we can do one for water if you wanna do water, it doesn't matter. I just did that, so you notice there's no blanks filled in. But now we've got,
But
we've got leaks, and you know yourself, I complained about it, we've got fire hydrants that's leaking. we've got, we got leaks going on, you know, and we're trying to stop them as we can, but as far as, some of these lines are old, and when they go in there, it's a whole lot bigger deal than what you thought it was when you get in there.
Yeah, we do that, we do a surcharge, we can't back it off after.
Yeah. Well, that's called
And then
freezing.
we do
Yeah, it is
that.
freezing.
I go $5.
$5 on surcharge.
On each,
Five.
No.
Increase.
Total.
total,
And how many, let's see, let me go back and look at last time, cause I wrote down how many people
We've
we
got
had on
1,100
one.
customers.
It's a little over 1,000, right around 1,100, I think.
That would help us on the sewer.
We need it so bad, and we need it funded.
Yeah, that's.
We got 1,200, we got 1,200 water customers is what I wrote down last time. 1,200 is what I wrote down last time.
So if we went $5.
So I gives you something to work with. I'm getting it out.
It's actually a little less than that.
Say 6,000.
Okay,
1,200.
you got it.
But,
His mind's a human calculator.
I couldn't even get my calculator pulled
Well, I
up.
mean, that's
That's on
it.
the month.
see, right now, down at the sewer plant, I'm having to get somebody
6,000,
with
12
cameras
months,
come in to
7,200,
check the lines,
72,000.
to see if there's a
I
break
give you
or anything.
72,000 in revenue.
So, because the diffuser and all down there is not working, the digester.
I mean, as bad as we hate to hit anybody, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Lord knows, I mean, well, you know, I ain't getting paid right now. But I mean, really, as bad as we hate to do that with the economy like it is, I mean, we got to have some money to take care of some stuff, that's my thought. So we're gonna have to do something.
And Carol was telling me today that we have a pump that's about ready to
Well,
go.
see, that's what I'm talking about, when CEO come up today, he sat down with me here after we was down there, and he said what he could do is buy a motor for one pump down there that's just sitting there that's been idle, it's not working. And he could put that motor in there, get that one running, and go one at a time till he got to that big one, because then that would keep us going. So, and we're gonna have to replace all the motors anyway, when it's that.
But we are gonna salvage the use stations as they
Oh, I already took
replaced.
care of that, though. You talking about the lift stations?
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna-
getting everything out of them, including the wiring.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know a lot of
Let
times it's just hauled
contractors
off the
know.
scrap or something,
Let the contractors know I need to dial,
yes.
because those are pumps that we
So
can
what's
use
your
on our
thoughts on
old
that end of
stations.
the table? We can't hear your
I
discussion.
say, I go with 5, Yvonne goes with 5.
Like bump them one up to 5, so it's actually
Yeah,
$4
that
increase,
keeps us,
just a $4.
No,
Is that what you're looking at, or are
five.
you looking
I
at?
think 5, since our water rates are at so low,
Adding
what we're
five
looking at,
is
we're,
current surcharge that we have.
and
So it'll be total 6, total, I mean, we're adding 5, but making it 6 total, is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Okay.
That would raise our surcharge from 7 to,
Oh, well, see, this is going
Well,
on, that's
actually,
what I was
see,
looking at.
You're paying $5 for your water now, and only $1, no, it's $7. You're paying
$7.
6 for water and $1 for sewer.
So
That's
And
what
$1
it
Is
is.
for
there something else other than this one?
$1 higher.
Yeah.
So that makes a choice, $12 surcharge.
That'd make a total $12 surcharge if we do that, right?
How much are we paying now? I don't know.
Pay
I'm
six.
just-
Plus five.
Well, that make 12,
Yeah, 12.
yeah, because if
I
you
mean, but how
increase
much
the
is the
$5.
service charge? Tell me again, how much is it right now?
So,
Right now,
It's a total 7 for.
it's $7, $1 of it goes to sewer.
Okay, so $1 sewer.
So it'd be $7, it's already 7.
And it
See, I
does
mean, I
cost
just wrote
more,
the
people
check.
don't realize this, but I didn't know it until I got in this position and checking on figures and everything. It costs more to do your wastewater, to take care of your wastewater than it does your
Yes.
drinking water.
Yeah,
And
because
that's
I've always
more to
said
do
you can
it.
use water.
And
just
you wouldn't
don't
think
push it.
that, but, you know, when you look at it, but then you think, I'm telling you, I'm learning this sewer plant inside and out, you know, I know where it comes from.
And what
it's
did
working
we
and
say
everything.
the last
But
meeting?
it's really a
we talked about this,
procedure.
how many years had it been since we've had a rate increase of?
When was that last one?
2003?
2003.
2003.
2003.
Yeah.
And our
Yeah, that's when Jill-
chemicals and everything's went up probably,
Well, I know they are.
So they're proposing. what-
I know the economy's tough and
$5
everything, but it's something we'll have to do. I know we're gonna catch a creek.
So you gonna do 250,
It has to be
250?
done.
It's on your bill
That's two.
Okay.
If we want
But
to
do we
buy
have
it.
to
So
break
y'all
it
taking
down?
this
Well-
ordinance sewer or water?
That's what I'm getting ready to,
I'd
that's what I was
rather do it on
asking.
water than that.
Well, now, if you do it on sewer, you're looking at about 860 customers. If you
Yeah.
tack it on water, you're
It's
talking about
1,200.
1,200.
Yeah, that's what I
You gotta
had.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Well, it should
So-
be done on water because you'd be
Then if it's
discriminating
everybody-
against the ones that
The
don't
water
have.
treatment is to the
Yeah.
water
So-
Yeah, I'd
treatment.
rather put it on water. Yeah, so it covers everybody.
Okay,
So,
so
cause everybody's got the
you
water.
wanna increase the water to, so we need to do away with this one, then do another one.
You need
See
one
what I'm
for water.
saying? That's the reason I left everything blank when I did it.
It needs to be water.
I'll just change my wording and
Okay.
Well, so
and change my ordinance and stuff, cause I work real hard.
So right now, Robin, we pay $6 for water.
Water.
So if we add 5 to it, that's gonna be 11,
So making you
and
total
$1 for sewer,
$12.
which
Yeah,
will make
you
it
total
12.
for 12.
Yeah, then we can use it either way.
What's that?
We can use it either way.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
It's in there.
Well, do we need to read this, or?
No, no,
Just
what we
make a
need to
motion
do.
for it?
She done this one for sewer.
Yeah, I did this one for sure, I was just showing y'all an example of what, you know, cause everything's
Well,
blank,
can't
cause
we-
I didn't feel
can't
nothing
we-
out.
Can't we go ahead and do this tonight?
No.
And change the wording of it?
Not
And you
this
do-
one.
No, because we have to go back and get the correct ordinances. We don't want to miss.
See, I've got the wrong ordinances in here, cause this is sewer though, look.
Get it, for the next meeting, and
Oh,
we
you
can,
got one for $6?
Yeah. Gave it my pack.
Oh, I did, I
Oh,
showed
did
you
I?
what we
Did we
did,
have
yeah.
it?
I have that.
we can
Well,
amend that
let me-
ordinance right there, can't we?
I got so many things here in front of me.
So sewer service
Which
charge
one is
to
This is one that
water.
I pulled and. we're gonna let look
You
at
got
it.
that ordinance.
Was that in this
Amended.
one? I
That
didn't
was
get it.
in last, it's the,
Yeah,
I picked it up
It's when I
here.
gave y'all all the figures for.
It was last month.
Yeah,
This
Well, then
is,
I got it then.
yeah.
this is the full one's 355.
Yeah, we just go ahead tonight and do that, can't we?
We could
Yeah,
actually
what
go.
is that?
It
Yeah,
should
make
turn
sure
out
we
this
have
year.
that.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the,
That's what you can learn something.
That's the one for the sewer, see, that's
No,
one.
this
has-
is the one we will amend.
This is one that has sewer on it.
so we wanna amend
You just gotta-
ordinance 370.
Yeah.
375.
Make sure you start out right on the
Yeah.
top.
As adopted in.
Could we just amend this one that we have?
What was
That's what, yeah,
That's what we're
the
trying to figure out, 'cause
375,
we've
is
already
that
got
what?
one.
You'll need this sentence on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The one I got there, but it just say the water service charge.
And what we would do is put the amendment to
To
this
this
page.
one, yeah.
We just don't want to get afraid.
Well, rather than mess it up,
I'm afraid we're gonna make.
Yeah.
why don't I take time to do it right, and then we'll have a quick 10-minute
Special
council
call.
meeting, and
Special
then,
call.
yes.
Okay,
What time
do
of day
that.
you gonna have it, Mayor?
You get out.
6:30.
She don't carve on.
Just
Now,
check
now
it,
she'll do it while you're working.
for all on purpose, yeah.
But that's what I'll do.
Are you home by 4:30?
Yes, ma'am.
4:30.
Good Lord willing, I'll be home usually by 4:30.
But I guess in order to do it, we just need to know if everybody's willing to do that, if everybody wants to do that.
Like I say, as bad as I hate to do it, I mean, we're gonna have to do something. I mean, people
You
can't
wanna do
hardly,
a show of
you know,
hands
I
of
just.
who's,
Who's for,
You are
who's for
allowed to
doing
do
an
that.
ordinance, I
Yeah, you
guess,
can name them.
cause I can do an ordinance tomorrow.
Cause
This
we've got
is just like
Kentucky
an
American
example.
Water.
I'm hating to do it,
Circling
but
around
I'm
like
for
vultures.
it.
I hate to do it,
Got
that's what I'm
Kentucky
saying.
American Water circling
Well,
around like vultures.
it's
Let's go
But
to
Right.
then when you look at it like this, you go, okay, would you
Better than
rather hit
$8.
somebody with a higher water bill that can go up all the time?
And we
Go
can
up,
take
down, like you changed your water rates? Yeah.
That's out of our.
I'm for it. Wanna put your hands up just so she'll know to draw up an ordinance?
I mean, it really, it bothers you to have to do it, you know what I'm saying?
It does. I
But
don't
just
like it at all.
like, you
But
gotta
the
pay your
company-
bills, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay your bills, so,
Yep.
I mean, it kills me to think about doing it for people, but
It is terrible. at
Well, like I
this
say,
particular time, but
this
we
is
don't
when,
have a choice.
yeah, if we increase it just by that 5, you're doing better than increasing your water rates,
That
which
you
you
can't
can,
take back.
that you can, and that's the thing, is if you increase your rate of water, you know, it's gonna, depending on how much water you use a month,
Well,
you
what they
know.
do, you have to ask permission, they come in and audit you, and they're probably gonna say, no, you can't afford to do that.
That's true.
I'm telling you, it does, it kills you to think about doing it, cause so many people is out
Well,
there.
it
really
does.
But you
We
gotta
have
have
to do it,
bills.
but at the same
Then I
time,
look at what the
Yeah.
people up in Lynch and Benham are
Yeah,
But again, they're a
And
smaller
just-
population, that's why theirs is so high, it's much smaller, so they don't
Yeah.
have as much income, so they have to do that.
Yeah.
We're a little bigger population, that's why ours is,
Yeah,
A
we
little
managed
lower.
to keep them down.
And they probably ain't had a sewer problem for 27 years and ain't been took care of.
no,
either,
they've got
so.
some pretty bad.
But here's the thing about it, with that, if you get yourself in shape, you can take it back off
That's
without any
right,
problem.
yeah.
But you know,
I talked to Tom Parton about that, he said
Yeah.
you can up and down it, no problem, you don't have to check with
Vultures, you'd
anybody.
have to do it.
I definitely, you know, it's gonna have to be done, but I definitely want these numbers, I wanna see those numbers come down on the water loss. Because
I'd
it
love
has,
to too, but they're doing the best they can right now.
well, it's not really, it's
Yeah,
not really, it is the best they can, but we will have to spend some money on the right equipment to find them.
Yeah.
And this will give us the money to do that.
Yeah, that
Well-
equipment doing it's a
Yeah.
big thing.
Well, I tell you ahead of time, I mean, I'd love to get out here checking that water like that, and I know there's a water loss, but I've got big problems at the sewer plant.
I
That's
understand
going-
that.
That'd be the first one.
That's gonna have to be took care of. The water is doing basically okay right now, everything's going along like it's supposed to right now. There are a couple of pumps up there that we might, I've got Chris looking for it in case we need it. We had to have a pump worked on up there not long ago, we had to have it rewired.
Well, this is not saying nobody's not doing their job, this is saying that we gotta get more equipment, put more.
Well, I agree.
Manpower.
We also need fire hydrants, replacing these big leaky fire hydrants, see what I'm saying? But
That's true.
I guess my point is, you can't do everything once. You gotta take the priority and
You
keep
do
it
have to
running.
take the priority, which is repairing those plants, and but our priority too is the obligation to the citizens not to have them pay them for 15 million gallons of water going out under the ground.
Oh, yeah, you used to be one of the biggest ones that sat over here and was complaining about the fire hydrants
Fire hydrants,
running out all over the
yeah,
place,
fire
so,
hydrants.
yeah. I mean,
They do.
really.
There's probably some of them. that don't
Really,
work.
yeah. Should sit right here.
Some of those fire hydrants probably don't
And
work.
didn't you have in your package all the leaks and things that the boys have worked on this time? I mean,
I did.
they are
You're
flat
right there,
out
yeah.
after it.
I believe they're after it, no doubt.
I mean, they're after
But
it. You can only do
they
so many
don't,
days.
they don't have the equipment too, and this will open up by some.
Well, there you go, yeah, that's true, this might help them get them water leak
Leak
detectors, so, yeah.
Well, like I
Or
said,
listening
they
device,
have one.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
I guess you might see it running out in the road, that's a pretty good indicator you got a leak. If anybody
Is that
sees
a
it.
question?
And that's the thing too, is if citizens will, like call you right away and go, hey, there's a leak right here, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Gotta have people giving you input on stuff,
yeah.
can't take care of it if you
But
don't
now,
know it.
they have found a lot of leaks and stuff, and they've worked about 3 different places this past week, didn't they, got a lot of stuff, so. And,
So did we all say yes to you're gonna do up something on that?
I just don't wanna mess it up right here.
No,
Okay. So you
I
wanna
wanna
do
make sure
that?
it's done up right, make sure I check all the ordinances and pull the right ones and right amendments and everything, and make sure it's done right, so. But that was just more or less something for everybody to look at and decide what y'all wanted to do.
I think that'd be the easiest way, look it up, do you